In the heart of Karakura Town, 15-year-old Ichigo Kurosaki lives a life that straddles the boundary between the living and the dead. He's not like other teenagers. Haunted, gifted, even with the ability to see ghosts, Ichigo has always tried to live a normal life while bearing the weight of the spirits who linger unseen by others. But his fragile balance is shattered one fateful night. A monstrous being, towering, grotesque, with a gaping mask, descends upon his home. A hollow, a soul twisted by sorrow and rage, drawn to Ichigo's unusually strong spiritual energy. As chaos erupts around him, Ichigo comes face to face with a mysterious woman in black, katana in hand. Rukia Kachiki, a soul reaper, one of the guardians of the boundary between the worlds of the living and the dead. Rukia attempts to fight off the hollow but is gravely wounded. In a desperate gamble, she plunges her sword into Ichigo's chest, transferring her powers to him, transforming him into a soul reaper. Ichigo takes up her blade and, with raw instinct and fury, slays the beast. The next day, Rukia shows up in his classroom. Powerless and stranded, she needs time to recover her strength. Until then, Ichigo must serve as her substitute soul reaper, tasked with cleansing hollows and protecting the balance of the world. As Ichigo stumbles into his new role, the line between human and spirit begins to blur. But the Soul Society is watching. Far away, Byakuya Kachiki, Rukia's elder brother and a powerful Soul Reaper captain, sends his lieutenant Rinji Abarai to the world of the living. Their mission, retrieve Rukia, who has committed the ultimate crime, giving her powers to a human. Their arrival brings confrontation. Ichigo clashes with Rinji but is saved at the last moment by his classmate, Yuryu Ishida, who reveals himself to be a Quincy, a descendant of spirit warriors nearly driven to extinction by Soul Reapers. Where Soul Reapers purify hollows, Quincy's destroy them. Yuryu sees Ichigo as both rival and enemy, and to prove his point, he challenges him to a deadly game, summoning a horde of hollows to Karakura Town. Ichigo and Rukia fight side by side against the monstrous wave. In the chaos, a particularly dangerous hollow, Hexapetus, emerges, and then the Soul Reapers arrive. Byakuya and Rinji confront Ichigo and Rukia. Rinji defeats Ichigo, and Byakuya gives Rukia an ultimatum: extract her powers from Ichigo, an act that would kill him, or return to the Soul Society to be punished. Rukia chooses to return, but Ichigo won't let her go so easily. He proposes a deal: let him fight and purify the legendary hollow known as Grand Fisher, a monstrous spirit responsible for the death of his mother, Masaki, years ago. If he succeeds, he'll have enough Ryuryoku to survive the separation of powers. Byakuya coldly accepts the terms, though his true intentions remain hidden. Ichigo trains harder than ever before, while Rukia watches, silently burdened by the guilt of her actions. Meanwhile, his classmates Sato Chad and Orihime Inoue begin to sense the spiritual forces at play. Then the day comes. Ichigo visits his mother's grave with his sisters, only to be ambushed by Grand Fisher. The monstrous hollow seizes Karen and Yuzu, forcing Ichigo into battle. With rage and sorrow fueling him, Ichigo rescues them and confronts the beast that stole his mother. The fight is brutal, chaotic, and personal. Ichigo triumphs, just barely, with Yuryu arriving in time to support him. But the victory is hollow. Rinji and Byakuya appear, betraying the deal. Rinji attacks Yuryu, gravely wounding him. Ichigo fights back, now more powerful, and defeats Rinji. But when Byakuya joins the battle, it's no contest. His speed and strength are godlike. Ichigo is utterly overwhelmed. As the final blow nears, Rukia steps in. She pleads with her brother to spare Ichigo's life. Byakuya relents, and Rukia performs the painful ritual to extract her powers, leaving Ichigo collapsed on the battlefield, powerless once again. The next morning, everything has changed. No one in Karakura Town remembers Rukia. The destruction from the Grand Fisher battle is blamed on a freak tornado. The balance of the world has been restored, but something is missing. Ichigo, sitting alone, flips through his schoolbook. A note falls out. Handwritten. A message from Rukia. In that moment, a spark returns. The memories flood back. And Ichigo knows, the story isn't over.